The sun is the same in their relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. Oh, here it is, another New Year's Eve. As you can see, I'm still fat. Whined about that last New Year's Eve, and I did practically nothing about it in 2022. Well, that's not totally accurate. Over the summer, I lost about 20 pounds, but it got cold, and my sister was walking with me, and she got a job at the school, so kind of slacked off on that. I got an elliptical downstairs, but I never touch it. Probably should. But I know 2023 gonna be the year. And my second annual New Year's Eve message here. Gonna try to not be such a sad sack as my cousin Chad said I was last year. I'm gonna be looking down a little bit, got some notes here. Can't keep the CD drawer on my laptop closed, and it is old enough to have a DVD CD player on it. Anyway, let's start this off with kind of a brief food tasting. Been kind of slacking off on that lately. Kind of slacking off on everything. I'll get to that in a second. This is the Taki. I really love Takis. One of the best things to come out. They've been hurting my stomach a little bit, so I kind of laid off of them. But this is the Taki meat stick. So we'll try that. Now these were on sale at Walmart for $1. You know how I like to try clearance items. My friend Chris got this for me. She knows about my videos and whatnot. It's kind of spicy, I'll let you know. Not as hot as the Taki chips, but it is building some spice. That's for sure. Now this was Best Buy December 14th, 2022, but it's okay, it was $1, you know. Trying to get them off the shelf, get the fresh ones in. Got 120 calories, and one whole stick is a serving. Unlike, what was that I got? Oh, moon pie. I got a moon pie one day. Looking at the information on the back. Serving size, 1/3 of a moon pie. Take a bite. That was a good serving. I'll save the rest of this moon pie for later. So, ridiculous stuff. But hey, that's actually not too bad. I've had one of these about a year or two ago, and I thought it kind of tasted like the Swiss steak my mom used to make when I was a kid, which I was never really a fan of. Sorry, Mom. I mean, I usually ate some of it, but not really a big fan. Actually, that's not too bad this time around. I'll give it a thumbs up. I bet the fresh ones are even better. Like I said, that's a little out of date, but Best Buy is not an expiration date. Let me look down at my notes here. See what we got going on. Yeah, spicy. Got me some premium Canadian whiskey here in this zero sugar Mountain Dew to ring in the new year. Okay, so the first thing I was going to talk about was something new I started on YouTube on August 30th, and it's called $1 a day lottery scratching. Cat, you can't step on that box. It's not stable. Dump that down. Shake the camera all around. We good? Okay. Now she's going to jump in that box. There she goes, shaking the camera around. Come on. As Johnny Escato, lottery scratcher, says, always professional. So anyway, I was talking about $1 a day lottery scratching, and several videos in, someone's like, you ripped this off from Mr. Beast. I'm like, yeah, because Mr. Beast is the only person that has a lottery scratching channel. I'm like, no, I ripped it off from Johnny Escato. But anyway, there's a million lottery scratching channels. I thought it would be fun. I never seen anybody do just one $1 scratch off every day. And I got that in on started doing on shorts on Facebook, because those get usually a ton of views. I was getting thousands. Now I'm getting hundreds. The one I uploaded yesterday got 8. It just depends on what you put in the title, I think, for keywords. Anyway, it's getting me a lot of subscribers. this time last year, I was probably at 100 subscribers, and I put out some decent videos and whatnot. I was up to about 200, just scraping by. You know, you got to get to 1,000. I mention it every video. And now I'm worried about watch hours. That's a different story altogether. Anyway, I started doing this lottery thing, and now as of this morning, I had 550 subscribers. So people are subscribing off these shorts. The only problem with the shorts is it doesn't count towards your watch hours. So people have to actually watch the videos that I put on there. And I might have to stop this and get this cat out of here because this is driving me nuts. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, you need 4,000 watch hours, but if they're not watching the actual videos, such as this is one, just watching the shorts, the subscribers is great, and I need to get to 1,000. I need to get to 100,000, but whatever. 1,000's the first step, you know. But I need 4,000 watch hours, so those don't count. Anyway, that's how YouTube works. So, let's see what else I was doing. Looking at my notes here. Okay, so the next topic, I'm just really continuing to try to figure out the secret of YouTube here. I mean, I know you got to have videos people want to watch. I don't know if people want to sit here and watch me ramble for a half hour on New Year's Eve, but I do all kinds of different videos. And, you know, so I have seen the suggestion, well, just concentrate on one thing. Well, I don't have a shop to work on cars or whatever, which I like to do videos about. I don't have a heated shop, so in the winter I've been doing food tasting. So I throw some of those in the summer too. So like, because I'm not going to be out in the cold laying under a car in my driveway. That's just me. Some people will do it. I don't want to. But the secret, I don't know. Like, there's a kid on YouTube that makes videos about fake Discord conversations between countries, like Mexico and America, or United States, I'm sorry. We get into an argument on Discord. He made up some little conversation to have. The kid has 3 million subscribers. You know, it's just, you got to find some simple thing like that, I guess. So, trying to figure that out this year. I mean, you can't go into YouTube hoping to be a YouTube millionaire. You know what I mean? You just have to like to do it. I have fun doing it. So, as long as you're having fun, maybe it'll eventually come around. You'll get that one viral video or whatever, and maybe get the followers. Hey, in my notes here, I said I had 545 subs. So since yesterday, I guess, when I wrote these notes, I've gained 5 subscribers from those shorts, I would guess. But I don't know. It's been a struggle, but like I said, I just try to think about how I, you know, have fun doing the videos, doing a little bit of editing, trying to think of what I'm going to do for my next video, which is tough. It's like, you know, most of you probably know that I'm the editor of the local newspaper here. And I used to write a column weekly. This is just pandemonium in here tonight. She's crawling into my record cabinet. I try to write a weekly column. That's the point. It's hard to come up with a topic for every week. It's not just winding around about something that is a pet peeve or whatever. I might have told this story last year around my 20 years of being a journalist video, that I was just writing those types of columns when I was the editor for the Mount Pleasant News. And my boss was like, you need to do something more substantive. I'm like, okay. So I wrote some column about how I didn't like something George W. Bush was doing at the time. That was how long ago this was. Some lady called in and canceled her subscription. So my boss was like, not that substantive, you know? You can't win. I got a situation going on right now with a story I didn't want to do, and I did, and now everyone's upset, and nobody's happy with what I did, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, like I say every time I do one of these rants, I don't know how much longer I'll be in the newspaper business. Probably just another 25, 30 years, you know, it'll be fine. Let's see here. What else did I have in my notes? Oh, this videos that do get some decent amount of watches on me are when I go to conventions, and that's just because I share them to the convention sites, the convention fan page sites, and a couple 100, 300 people will actually click on it, watch if they watch a minute of my 15-minute videos. It's cool. It gives me a little bit of exposure. I was at GalaxyCon, which was the best time I've had anywhere this year. I went alone, and you don't think that's going to be a good time, but there was so many people in costume, cosplay, whatever you want to call it. It's just the people watching was more epic than it has been in years. I just loved it. I just loved watching the people. Met a couple of celebrities that I've been wanting to meet for a long time. Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek The Next Generation. I really wish Patrick Stewart would show up at something. William Shatner's panel was something. If you want to watch that video, it's on here on my channel. It was fun. But let's see. One of my favorite autographs and experiences, sure. Got Terry Farrell from Deep Space Nine. Played Jadzia Dax. She's still beautiful. Her birthday, she just turned 59. Her birthday was around that time I was there. Honestly, when I watched Deep Space Nine as a kid, as a teenager, when it was on in the 90s, I didn't really like Dax's character. But when I did the rewatch a couple of years ago, I'm like, yeah, really relatable. So must have just been an age thing. And someone else I didn't get at the Columbia thing, but I went to Riverside to their Truck Fest, which I hadn't been to in years. And I got Pat O'Reilly here. He's played Galron. You've seen all those memes, I'm sure, with his big eyes, So that was cool. He was awesome. Anyway, get back to GalaxyCon. That was the story I was going to tell about GalaxyCon. This is a real ramble, guys. I was just walking around, and this guy was kind of bragging about how many YouTube subs he had at the moment. I don't know, a couple thousand. He's, ready to be monetized. But he says, "Oh, I'm not going to be monetized." I'm like, I wanted to stop and say, what? Why would you not get monetized? I mean, a couple extra bucks in your pocket. You're coming to these conventions. It costs $100 to get in. You might as well get something out of it, but I don't know. Maybe he thinks it'll ruin his channel. But to each their own, I guess. But I want to make a few bucks. So subscribe and like and share this video. Maybe not this video. Share a good video. If you can find one on here. Self-depreciating humor is part of my shtick on here, So, as in last year, I just kind of tell you about some of the stuff. I waste a lot of time on YouTube, but I did get a Roku for Christmas. That's got some stuff that's pulling me away from YouTube. I watched the first couple episodes of The A-Team with my nephew yesterday. He liked it. He kind of got bored on the third episode and took off, but anyway. I've been watching, probably for more than a year, Steve Shive's Star Trek videos. He has some political videos and stuff too, but, if you're not into that, just watch his Star Trek videos. If you like Star Trek, he does a really good job. And then, I don't know how I found this guy. It's called The Report of the Week. He does food tastings. Probably I was just doing some research on food tastings. It's just, this is exactly how it is for him. Just sitting in a room. Sometimes you'll have a framed record of the soundtrack from Back to the Future behind him right here. But he just reviews fast food items that have come out. He's a little strange looking. Maybe that's part of the appeal, but he's got a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers. And at first it was just for the curiosity to watch it. Then I started to really respect his opinion, And it's super, super dry humor. So if you don't like that, you're probably not going to be into those videos. But check it out. Report of the Week, food tastings. He apparently does a radio show or something too. I discovered Brew Stew this year. It's probably been on for quite a while. I just never knew about it. And this guy makes what he calls crappy stick figure cartoons on the internet, just telling stories about his life, hilarious stories about his life from when he was a kid, and even now moving on to stuff that's happened to him as an adult. So if you want to go check that out, those are some of my favorites. I actually saw him back on Facebook today, a guy named Uncle Roger, uh, Asian character this Asian guy does. And he does kind of reviews of people cooking stuff, and I don't know, it's funny. I don't know really know where he's been. I haven't seen him for a while, but the video I did see on there today was I'd seen before. It's kind of old. And Ryan George's pitch meetings are hilarious. They look at plot holes in movies, but in a hilarious way. And discovered some coin roll hunting videos in the last year or so. Rob Finds Treasure has been awesome. He's always looking for the 50D nickel, which is really hard to find, I guess. So he just coin rolls, gets the boxes of coins, pennies, nickels, quarters, dimes. I'm not a big fan of the dime videos because you never find anything in those. Maybe a silver dime every once in a while. And I think Friday nights he does a live $50 coin roll search. But they're fun to watch, interesting. I'm still watching, like, as far as car videos, Vice Grip Garage. Probably never stop watching that one, but I have skipped some recently, and the one that was on last night is 2 hours long. And Derek, I don't know. I don't know if I can dedicate. I'm gonna watch it. I don't know. It's 2 hours long. I don't want to dedicate that much time to it. Maybe I'll fast forward through some of it. Looks interesting, but 2 hour YouTube video. I don't know. And then when I lived up in Iowa Falls in the Ackley area, I talked a couple times to this guy named Ryan down by Des Moines, on the other side of Des Moines, on the western side of Des Moines, because he always had 62 parts, and I have a 62 Chevy. And then he started doing videos. It's called Ryan, it's called Iowa Classic Cars. He puts out videos nearly every Wednesday. This week didn't have one, but hey, you can't, like I said, it's hard to come up with something every week. But he'll dig out old cars from junkyards and stuff, mostly 59 to 64 Impalas, but he's done a lot of other stuff. They're fun to watch, and what I really like about Ryan is he doesn't always win. A lot of these guys, like, every car works, every car gets started, every car drives 500 miles home. Ryan, sometimes you take the valve cover off and it's so destroyed and gross under that, he's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do with this engine. Sorry, guys. It's more real life to me. And he mentions on there on his videos Mortsky repairs sometimes, and he's got some good videos, but his are generally more than an hour as well if you want to dedicate that much time. Last year I talked about Dictor Van Doomcock and Clownfish TV. I still check in on them once in a while, but I don't know, guys. All they really do now is complain about how woke everything is. It just gets old for me. I'm still subscribed. Like I said, I'll check in once in a while. Something seems interesting. Doctor Who's making some good moves, so they've been talking about that a little bit on Clownfish, but otherwise, I don't want to hear you complain about a black mermaid for an hour. Just me. And down at work, we switched from a newspaper Monday through Friday to a newspaper Tuesday through Saturday, which we've had a decent reception on it. Our company just bought the oldest paper in Iowa, the Hawkeye in Burlington. It's been kind of a mess down here, to tell you the truth. But we're get it worked out. We always do. And, I go to these car auctions on Fridays. I kind of base my life off having Friday off, but I'm making it work. My boss is working with me on it, and I think it'll all be all right. And I think that's about all I have. I don't know. I told you about the best part of my year was probably that GalaxyCon in Columbus. Went to a couple other things this year. Did a lot of YouTube videos. But I need some more traction on it. So like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like I said, I'm up to 550. It's pretty good in the last couple of months. I've doubled my subscribers, so if I can double it in the next couple of months, I'll be to my 1,000 where I need to be. Start bumping up those watch hours, and then maybe I can get a couple bucks for doing this. If you want to know anything, put a comment below. Comment back. I do enjoy interacting with people on here. But like I said, that's about it. Hope you have a great new year. Hope I can shed a few pounds this year. Probably not. Check back in next New Year's Eve and see how I did. I'll probably make up some more lame excuses about why it's not done. Oh, it reminds me, one of my friends wants me to start working on some books again. He enjoyed my first book, which is still on Amazon, Agent Austin, Back in Action. If you want to check it out, I think it's 99 cents. That's it. Have a good year, guys. Appreciate all that have watched through the year. And I will appreciate it if you aren't subscribed, that you subscribe. So we'll see you around the whole year. Got plenty of stuff to do as far as cars go. And plenty of stuff to eat, I'm sure. And hey, pick up one of these. They're really not bad if you like Taki branded stuff. Later. This hung back up. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.